Hi, I'm Anne, and we're here to take a look at the process to purchase textbooks for a cohort. Before you can purchase textbooks for a cohort at wholesale prices or perform the functions we're going to discuss today, you must first have group leader status. Review this video and request review copies to become a group leader. In this tutorial, we'll discuss purchasing wholesale, naming a cohort, assigning textbooks to students, assigning teachers to cohorts, adding a student who enrolls late, deleting a student who has dropped out, purchasing through a school supply store, when you don't care about tracking student progress, and other purchasing needs. I know this seems like a lot to discuss, but it moves really fast. Let's talk about purchasing wholesale. To purchase textbooks at wholesale prices, you must be assigned group leader status, you must be logged in at massagemastery.online, and you must be on the school dashboard. Let's go online and take a look. Here you are at the Massage Mastery online homepage. You'll log in with your email and password and choose School to load the correct dashboard. You'll scroll down to the digital textbook catalog. If you need more information about a textbook, you can click this link. But when you're ready to purchase, you'll use this link. This link will take you directly to the cart and charge you the wholesale price. Click to add the number of textbook copies you need for your group of students. Click Update the Cart. If everything on this page is correct, proceed to checkout. Now add or check that your billing details are correct. But don't place your order yet. Right here at the bottom of your screen, you'll name this cohort. Let's pause the purchase process and talk about naming a cohort. In the overview of the textbook adoption process, you'll remember that a student cohort is defined as a group of students who begin a term, a unit, a module, or a course at the same time and use the same textbook. So if you have a group of students who begin in the spring quarter 2021 and use the textbook Massage Mastery from Student to Professional, you might call this student cohort Spring 2021_MM. Maybe this same group of students also uses the textbook Preventing Disease Transmission in a Massage Practice. Technically, our system views this as a different student cohort because they're using a different book. This cohort might be named Spring 2021_Preventing Disease. So for the same group of students, you might have multiple cohorts if they use multiple textbooks. You want to name your student cohorts carefully to make student management easier. So plan your naming conventions before you purchase. You'll be glad you took the time to do this as your cohorts grow in the system and different teachers and administrators view student reports. Here we are back online, and we're ready to name the cohort. You will call this cohort Summer 2021_MM for summer start in 2021 using the textbook Massage Mastery from Student to Professional. Now place your order. You'll be able to access group management from your school dashboard. Now it's time to assign textbooks to students. From your school dashboard, scroll down to this group management link. When you click on this link, you'll arrive here on the group management page. From the drop-down, choose your new group. In this case, Summer 2021_MM. You'll see that you have 0 users because you've not yet assigned these purchased textbooks to students. You have all 6 copies remaining of the 6 copies you purchased. You're going to click on Users and click on Add Multiple. Input each student's first name, last name, and email. If you don't choose a password for students, the system will do it for you. It can be very helpful for initial login if the student has a password they can remember. Try something like student first name, student last name, and is awesome! Such as Eric Brown is awesome! The student won't forget this password easily. They can change their password if they wish after initial login. If students already have an account with Massage Mastery Online, the system won't change their current password. Now click Add and Invite Users. The system automatically sends students a welcome message, their login details, and directions for how to log in and access their textbooks. Back at your group management page, you'll click to make sure you're viewing the correct student cohort here. And then you'll see your students in a table. You can see right here if they've started their textbooks. Now, let's assign teachers to this cohort. Let's imagine that 2 instructors are teaching these students using the Massage Mastery from Student to Professional textbook. You want these teachers to be able to view student progress reports and have free copies of the textbook if they don't already have review copies. You'll assign these teachers to this group by clicking Add Group Leader. Enter the teacher's first name, last name, and email. Click the Add Group Leader and the system updates. Our system automatically sends these teachers an email with a notice that they have group leader status for the select student textbook cohort. Let's add a student who enrolls late to an established cohort. To add a student to an established cohort, you'll start at your school dashboard and scroll down to the Group Management link. When you arrive on the Group Management page, choose the correct cohort from the drop-down. In this case, you're choosing Summer 2021_MM. You need to add a seat because you have no remaining textbooks. You'll click Add a Seat and you'll go directly to the cart to purchase the appropriate textbook. You'll get a thank you message and a direct link back to Group Management. Now you see the added seat. Click Users, Add One, and enter the student's first name, last name, email, and password. Click Add User. The system will send a welcome email with login information to the new student. Now, let's delete a student who's dropped out. Once a student begins work in a textbook, as you can see right here, they cannot be deleted. The textbook is theirs, and they will continue to have access to it, and it cannot be reassigned or refunded. But if the student does not start their textbook, as you can see here, you can delete the student and reassign the textbook to a different student. Simply select the student by clicking the box in front of their name and then click Remove User. You can now reassign the textbook to another student. Our system has a limitation here because this textbook is still associated with this particular student cohort. Now you have an unused textbook in a cohort to which you will not add students. You might also purchase extra textbooks at term start and have unused textbooks in a cohort. In this case, create a new cohort, but factor the number of unused books you have into your planning. Now send us an email using the Contact Us link in the footer at the bottom of every web page. Tell us the names of the cohorts with extra books and how many extra books you have, and the name of the cohort where you wish us to move your books. We'll manually move the textbooks to the new cohort, and you can assign them to students, usually within 24 hours. Let's talk about purchasing through a school supply store. If students purchase their textbooks through a school supply store, assign the supply store manager group leader status. Tell the manager what to name the student cohort, which textbooks to purchase and how many textbooks to purchase, and the names and emails of teachers who should be assigned to the cohort. The supply store manager will purchase textbooks at wholesale prices in the same process already described. Instead of assigning textbooks to students, the manager will click Users and Download Keys. This will produce a spreadsheet with license keys. The supply store will now sell the keys at the retail price to students who are part of the particular cohort. Students will need to tell the manager their cohort's name so that they can end up in the correct group where instructors can manage their progress. Students will redeem these keys when they log in for the first time at Massage Mastery online. They'll fill in this form to set up their account and access their textbooks. Some schools don't care about tracking student progress through textbooks. They treat the textbook as just a textbook. If this is your school, then purchasing books is simplified because you don't need to organize students into cohorts and assign additional group leaders. You can send students to the Massage Mastery online website and have them purchase their own textbooks, or you can have the supply store purchase textbook keys. Finally, you might have other purchasing needs. Maybe you need us to send an invoice so that you can pay by check, for example. If you have unique needs, just contact us from the link in the footer at the bottom of every web page, and we'll set up a phone call or meeting to talk through your needs and figure out a way to make things as easy as possible for your school. Good job! We've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks for taking the time to find out more about purchasing digital textbooks for a cohort. If you need anything, just drop us a note from the Contact Us link in the footer at the bottom of every web page.